everybody. Alright, so I'm going to do my week 4 recap, and then I'm also going to do our, for people who are part of the SparkTeam YouTube Mom Community weight loss group or whatever, or Get Healthy group, I'm going to do a review of January, okay? Okay, so for me, week 4 was definitely very positive because I just totally lost weight. I've been slowly losing weight, but then I just lost literally a couple of pounds over the week. Even, not even doing anything in particular. I didn't step it up or anything crazy. And I know, sometimes when people start losing weight, I think it happens especially if you're a lot heavier. But a lot of times the initial weight comes off really quickly, and so I kind of expected that to happen because I was a lot heavier than I've ever been. So I was like, oh, I bet I'll lose a lot of weight really quickly at first, and then it'll slow down. And I was telling myself, so when it slows down, don't get discouraged, just keep going. But that's not what happened at all. This month it's been slow, and I think it is just because I can't cut down the calories as much as one would normally do when they were, I don't know, because of the nursing. But oh well, regardless, yay. So my goal, I have, if you go to my Spark People page, I put my goals are, I have mini goals that I have every month, because I think if you have smaller goals, it makes you feel better than just having that one long goal that's so far in the future that you're oh. So anyway, my mini goal for January was was just 5 pounds, and I totally met that. So I was yes, a little bit more even. So I was really happy. I was doing really awesome, walking, jogging, whatever, with my jogging stroller, and but then the weather turned, and so yeah, and I should have had my husband watch the baby and ran up to the gym and just jogged on a treadmill or something, or gone to the mall early and done it there, but I didn't, and I could have. So I just need to be more proactive about that kind of thing. But anyway, so yay, so that was my week 4 recap. I'm not a lot to say, just happy that I lost some of the weight. It kind of motivates you, it's small numbers. It's not I lost 20 pounds or anything, but just that small amount, 5+ pounds makes me just really want to keep going. So now maybe I'm actually getting in the groove and things will pick up, and even if they don't, that's a pretty good pace, So now I want to talk about the team goals that we had and how we did on those. So, and then I'm going to kind of put them into perspective. We had our it was do 400 minutes of fitness activity per month, okay, and that's per individual. So you as a person doing 400 activity minutes, right? And activity minutes are any kind of working out, okay? Then I had it set up so that as a team, if we would do 15,500, okay, so that sounds like a lot. You're 400 fitness minutes per person, and then 15,500 for a team goal. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, let me put it into perspective though. Okay, there's 128 of us on this team, right? If just 39 people would work out 30 minutes 3 times a week, we would meet that goal. That's it. And everyone should be working out 3 times a week for 30 minutes. That's not very hard. So it's that's just going to put it into perspective. If you worked out about 3 times a week for about 30 minutes, maybe slightly more, 31 minutes, you would meet the 400 minutes goal, easily. And like I said, it would just take 39 team members doing that to reach the team goal. So that should put it in perspective. It's not as hard as it sounds, right? So it's actually kind of a small goal, which is why I made it for the start. And I need to be better about it too, because I could have logged more minutes easily and I didn't, So, and even if if you double that 39 people and those people just did half of that, we would still reach the goal. So that kind of should put it into perspective, It shouldn't be that hard to reach that. So we're going to leave that goal as it is and try to reach it for February, okay? So let's do it. So yeah, just think about yourself as an individual. Do 400 minutes, right? That's just 31 minutes 3 times a week. You'll reach it. So, okay, and then the next goal we had was the walk or run 3 miles per week. And that's per individual, okay? And then as a team to do 400 miles as a team, right? So once again, that sounds like a lot. You're oh my gosh, right? Well, to put that into perspective, if just 35 people did that goal, walked 3 miles a week, we would reach the goal of 400 for the whole team. Just 35 people out of 128 of us. And once again, if you double the 35 people and they just did a mile and a half, we would reach that goal. And it's not walking a mile 3 times a week is just not that hard. You know, it doesn't matter what state you're in. You know, I could walk a mile when I was really pregnant, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and I need to be better about it too. So I was a little disappointed in that goal because we only, out of 400, we only had 24%, right? And like I had said, there were things I could have done. It's not just like, oh, well, the weather's bad, so we can't walk outside. Yeah, that does affect it, because I probably would walk a lot more if the weather was better. But if you choose to join that goal, because it is also optional, you don't have to do that goal. If you're not a walk runner, you're not going to do that goal. But there's, out of 128 of us, there's got to be at least, you know, the 39 people, whatever it is I said, the 35 people who would be willing to do that goal. Anyway, only 24% of that was met, right? That's like, I thought that was kind of bad. So yeah, I think we should definitely work to improve. So I'm not going to change any of these goals. I was going to change up the goals monthly, but I think we can do better, because I've seen a lot of people's pages, and I've seen a lot of people's blogs, and a lot of people's vlogs, and it's like, we've got it in us. Like, it doesn't even take that many of us doing it right. And you know, and if everybody did even just a little bit, we would reach these goals like easily. And so yeah, so let's really try hard next month. And me too, like, I need to work harder too. And so, especially because, you know, there are some people who have joined who are, you know, 8 months pregnant. Well, they're not going to obviously be able to do a lot of this, but then there's people like me, well, I can do more, you know? So to meet those goals. Yay, so let's do it, right? And then, okay, to go along with that, what I thought we should do is also set a personal goal. And I'm going to add it to, starting on February 1st, to the team. And the personal goal is going to be that you encourage, and it's really easy, right? But this is a goal that I like to kind of help us all just get used to, like, reaching goals, and also to help us keep encouraging each other. It's going to be to encourage just one team member once a week on their Spark page, okay? So not on YouTube, not on Facebook, but on Spark page. Like, so if they have Spark pages, right? And obviously, like I said, I know there's some people who are following along who didn't join Spark People and don't want to join Spark People, and that's awesome, and we're going to encourage you too. But this is just like, I want the people in there to get encouraged, right? So if you just go to any Spark person's page once a week, just one person, one time a week, and say, hey, you know, you're doing a good job, or hey, hang in there, I know you had a bad week, it'll be okay, you know, or whatever, you know, or here's some ideas, like, you're awesome. So that's going to be a new team goal, and I think all 128 of us who are part of the actual team on the page should join that goal. So that's not very hard. And February is only like 4 weeks, so that's just 4 people that you're telling good job. We should be able to do a lot more than that, right? But I thought that would be a good way to start. Our team members on the actual Spark People page is up to 128, which is awesome, but there are a lot more of us like following. So yay, like, our little movement is growing, which is so fun. And it definitely makes me feel better. Like, I feel a lot more guilty when I'm not doing a good job because of everyone here than I would on my own. So I'm definitely being a lot more accountable, because I want something positive to tell you guys, you know? And it's not just reporting to myself, it's reporting to, like, all my friends. And so, yay, it helps. And in review, so yeah, the first month can be really hard because it's difficult just to get started. It's difficult to make it a habit. You're still kind of figuring it out. You're working it all out. And a lot of people who are doing this are first-time moms, and it's difficult. It's difficult to juggle and find the time. And a lot of the times, it's not that you don't have free time, because you do, but the free time you have, you really don't want to be working out. It's like your baby's finally taking a nap. You have, you know, you don't have to do housework. You just want a moment to just go goof off. And like, it can be hard, right? I know that's probably one of my biggest struggles is like, okay, the baby's happy, house is okay, I should work out, but I'd rather go play on the internet. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's hard to do. You have to prioritize, you know? But I think, you know, month ones or whatever, it's always like that, figuring things out, you know? So we'll get it, and we'll get better about it. You know, you'll kind of, we'll all start getting more and more habits. And for people who start late, like, you know, it'll be the same thing with you. You know, you just gotta get into it. It can be hard. But I think we're doing pretty good, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, even though I know our goals, like, I thought we could have done a little bit better, it was still cool. The last time I talked about the goals, all of a sudden, both of the goals, like, the percentages jumped, which means that people listened to what I was talking about and like really gave it a push. So that's something to be proud of. We maybe didn't meet the goals, but like there was a big push at the end. So yay. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I think we're doing awesome. And I just think, you know, we can push ourselves a little harder and be a little bit more encouraging. And it's just going well. And so anyway, I hope everybody else is doing cool, and if, like I said, be happy with some of the small goals. And whether it's to actually lose weight, or some of you on here are perfectly, you know, happy at your weight, you're at a perfect weight, but you just want to be healthier. It's like, you know, the same type of thing. You might not have a weight loss number goal, but you have, you know, other goals, you know, healthier goals. So here's to us, everybody. We're doing awesome, and we'll just keep going. All right, so bye, everybody. I will talk to everyone next week.